I.S.U.P.K.
We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepare to die. We want no cowards in our camp, never let their brothers die. We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepare to die.
Ancient of Days is the Most High God. So go to Daniel 7:1.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision.
So in the first year, Daniel had a dream and a vision
Of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters.
So he wrote down his vision and he wrote down his dream. So go to Daniel 7:9.
Verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So in his vision, in his dreams, he did what?
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
So he beheld, and where the thrones was cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. Keep going.
Whose garment was white as snow.
So the Ancient of Days is the Most High, and his garment was white as snow. So right here, we're telling you that the color of his garment was white as snow. So that's clear as day what color his garment was. Keep going.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
So we got color of his garment. Now we're talking about the texture of his hair on his head. Keep going.
His throne was like the fiery flames, and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
So the head of his hair was like the pure wool. Now what nation on this earth has pure wool hair? And tell me who does not have pure wool hair. So the Negro in America, or just the Negro period, mainly the whole 12 tribe has pure woolly hair. These other people, like the Arab, the white man, whoever, they do not have pure wool hair. So, like I said, in Daniel 7:1, he had a dream. He wrote down his dream. So when you go to Daniel 7:9, he's telling you that the Ancient of Days had a white garment, and his head was like the pure wool.
That's right.
Keep going.
His throne was like the fiery flame.
So the Ancient of Days did sit. His head was pure as wool. It's only one nation on this earth who has pure woolly hair. Without doing anything to it, you naturally have pure woolly hair. And wool from a sheep is already nappy. Black people, Hispanic people, and Native American people have naturally woolly hair. The Native Americans they try to show you on TV is like what the white people, what the white man wants to show you. So you do not relate yourself to the Native American. So you do not relate yourself to the Hispanics, even though they are your brother and they do have woolly hair. So you got.
The book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 5. Then I lift up my eyes and look, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen.
Okay, again, Daniel looked up his eyes and he beheld what?
A certain man clothed in linen.
So he's telling you, the clothes he has on, is made of linen. So he's describing the texture of his clothes,
whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also like the beryl, and his face had the appearance of lightning.
So now he's describing his face. His face has the appearance of lightning.
Right. And his eyes has lamps of fire.
His eyes, now he's describing his eyes. His eyes is like the what?
Lamps of fire.
Lamps of fire. Describing that they was red or maybe dark orange like fire.
And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
His what?
His arm and his feet like in color to polished brass.
His arms and his feet was like in color to what?
Polished brass.
So he described his texture of his clothing. He described his colors of his eyes. Now he's describing his what?
His arm and his feet.
His arm and his feet. So if your arm and your feet is a certain color, that means the rest of your body is this color.
That's right. His arm and his feet like in color to polished brass.
It's like in color to what?
Polished brass.
Polished brass. Now read Daniel 10:1.
Daniel 10:1. In the 3rd year of Cyrus king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was called Belteshazzar, and the thing was true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing and had understanding of the vision.
So in the 3rd year, Daniel understood his vision, he understood his dream. So when he understood it, he's describing it. Read it again.
His body also was like the beryl, and his face had the appearance of lightning, and his eyes has lamps of fire.
So if Daniel 10:1, if he understood his vision, that means he know what he is talking about when you get to 5 and 6. So 5 and 6, his face is like the appearance of lightning, and his arms and his what?
His feet.
And his feet is like what?
Color to polished brass.
So who on planet Earth in the United States and whatever country has arm and feet like polished brass? It is not the white man.
Right.
The white man, he tries to go get a tan to look like polished brass. Everybody on every nation has some type of color to them, except the white man.
That's right.
So how is the white man trying to tie himself to the Bible? How is the white man trying to make himself great in the Bible? How is the white man saying that he is Christ? How is he? Okay, so how is the white man in Daniel's vision? So you think Daniel had a vision about white people?
Right.
He had a vision about somebody with arms and feet as polished brass.
Right.
Polished brass is like a penny. Polished brass is like my skin tone.
Right.
White people do not have polished brass skin. You are a derivative of red.
Right.
Your blood shows forth through your skin when you get mad, when you get hot, when you come out as a child. You always turn red.
Right.
When you're embarrassed, you turn red.
Right.
You are not in the Bible except Esau and that wicked kingdom of Edom.
Right. Right.
Read it again.
And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his word like the voice of a multitude.
So I gave you 2 scriptures proving that the people of the Bible has hair like wool, describing the texture, and feet and arms like polished brass, describing the color of Daniel's vision. And like 10:1 said, he understood his vision. So you got Revelation?
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13.
So we're in the book of Revelations. So now we're in the New Testament. For all you Christians who wants to exclude the Old Testament. So what I read to you in Daniel 7 and 9 and Daniel 10, 5 and 6, I'm going to show you in Revelation. And everybody know the New Testament is about Christ. White people do not have brass as a skin tone.
Right.
Read it.
And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So, matter of fact, go to Revelation 1.
Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So, this is the revelation of Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushua Mashiach in the Hebrew.
Right.
So this is the revelation of Jesus Christ. The reveal of Jesus Christ. Now go to 1:13 and 15.
Revelation 1 and 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks.
In the midst of the seven candlesticks.
One like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So he's clothed with a garment down to the foot. He's telling you what he saw in the midst of the seven candlesticks.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
So he had a golden girdle above.
And girded about the paps with a golden girdle. And his head and his hair were white like wool.
So Revelation 1 says this is the revelation of Jesus Christ. Revelation 1 and 13 says he has hair like what?
Like wool.
So he has hair like wool. So in the Old Testament, Daniel 7 and 9 says his vision and his dream, he had hair like wool. So when you go to the New Testament and the revelation of Jesus Christ, he has hair like wool. It's the same people from beginning to end. And like I said, there's only one nation on this earth who has woolly texture hair, and it's not white people.
Right.
White people has long, stringy hair like an animal, like a dog. That's why they smell like a dog. They come out the cage like a dog. They look like Lassie. They look like a dog. So why are they tying themselves to our book? Read it again.
His head and his hair were like white like wool.
White as in color, wool as in texture. Black people has woolly hair. White people do not have woolly hair. So this revelation of Jesus Christ is not this white image of Jesus Christ. They gave you this image in slavery. They gave you this image when they came over from Spain, when they came over from France, when they came over from England and enslaved our people. So if the revelation of Jesus Christ has white woolly hair, why do you walk around with a white boy on your neck with long hair? Why is your Jesus Christ on your neck does not have an afro? You can't even explain it because, I mean, it's not your fault, but it is the white man's fault. Read it again.
His head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And just like in Daniel, he's describing his eyes as flame of fire, meaning his eyes was red. You know, Christ drank wine modestly. You can drink strong modestly about every day, actually. Keep going.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Just like in Daniel, he's describing his feet again. Just like in Daniel, he described his hair texture, his hair color, his arm, and his feet. It's the same thing for the revelation of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Read it from the top.
50. And in the midst of the seven candlestick, one like unto the Son of Man, girded with a garment down to the foot, and girded about the path with a girdle. His head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
And his feet like unto fine brass. Fine brass is the color of his skin. Fine brass is a derivative of brown. Fine brass is not white. Fine brass is not red.
Right.
Fine brass is brown.
Right.
Brass like a saxophone. We are in New Orleans, ain't we? Don't they play like jazz, saxophone, and trumpets?
Right.
The color of your trumpet is not white.
That's right.
It's fine brass.
Right.
The color of a penny is not white. It is not red. It's fine brass.
Right.
So why do you take this white boy image and put it up in your house? Why do you worship this white image? If you call yourself a Christian, so you telling me you don't read the Bible, or if you do read the Bible, you like, oh, maybe the Bible's lying. Maybe somebody rewrote the Bible. Nobody rewrote the Bible. The Bible in Hebrew, the Bible in Greek, always say fine brass from 1611 and down.
Right.
Go to So, like in Daniel and like in Revelation, we're describing the color of the people of the Bible. The color of the people in the Bible is not white.
That's right.
It's fine brass, woolly texture hair. White people, you do not have woolly texture hair.
Right.
Ezekiel 1:5-7. So in Ezekiel, we're going to show you, okay, so everybody say you got angels watching over them. You got angels this, angels that. In Ezekiel, he's going to tell you what angels look like. Angels is not white babies with curly, stringy hair.
Right.
Read it.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance.
So in Ezekiel, he's telling you this is the appearance of these 4 creatures. Now go to Ezekiel 1.
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month.
It came to pass in the 30th year, on the 4th month,
in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Shabbat, that the heavens were open, and I saw visions of God.
He saw what?
Visions of God.
So in Ezekiel 1, he's letting you know he saw the visions of God. So now, when you keep reading everything after this, you should understand that this is the vision of God. So if you are going to make an idol out of God, it should be according to this vision. It should not be white people. Because you read the Bible, you say you do, but you still make white people your image. Right. Even though worshiping images is a bad thing, if you was going to do it, why is he not black?
Right.
Keep going.
Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance.
This was the appearance of the 4 creatures.
They had the likeness of a man.
And like I said, in the Ezekiel 1, this is the visions of God.
And they had the likeness of a man.
The likeness of a man. Now, what was the likeness of this man, of these 4 creatures?
And everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings.
4 faces, 4 wings.
And their feet were straight feet. And the sole of their feet was like the sole of calf foot. And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
Like the color of what?
Burnished brass.
Burnished what?
Brass.
So, like in Daniel, like in Revelation, the appearance of these people in the Bible is like fine brass.
Right.
So why are we going around here worshiping white images? Why is white people tying themselves to the Bible? Because I have not found a white man in a vision yet.
Right.
White people, you are not in the Bible as good people. You are in the Bible as Esau, as a wicked people.
Right.
The white man is the devil that the Bible speak of.
Right.
The white man, woman, child, father, auntie, grandmother, dad, living is the devil.
Right.
The devil is being a deceiver. You deceived us thinking that you are Christ, you are angels, you are God. You said that you're the Egyptians. You said that you're everybody. You're nobody.
You want no cowards in our camp,